Hey, listen to me, Chewie. Chewie, this won't help me. Hey, save your strength. There'll be another time. The princess, you have to take care of her. You hear me? Huh?
I love you.
I know.
Hey, we back. It's the Gus and Low Show coming at you straight. No chaser.
Yes. This is the Gus and Low Show. He is Los, a.k.a. Mr. Concur, and I am Gus, a.k.a.
What are you today?
Lord have mercy for this episode. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the podcast. First-time listeners, thank you. Long-time listeners, thank you. First of all, this show is brought to you by Q&A Coffee and A&E Sign.
Let's get him a hand. Love us some Q&A. Love us some Q&A. Love us some Q&A.
Yes, sir. So
By the way, what's going on is you ain't say who you are, Mr. What, today. You still
Yeah.
ain't said that.
I said, Lord have mercy.
You Mr. Lord have mercy? That boy been going to church. Look, ladies and gentlemen, he a little muffled. He in the middle of a fucking 4-inch pork chop.
And asparagus.
Asparagus. That's his dessert, quiet as kept. Yeah, he got his dessert. Let me see, he got his, what you drinking over there? Your palm?
100% pomegranate juice.
Palm, bum, bum, dum, dum.
Hey, I've come a long way from 2 episodes ago when I was drinking all that tequila.
We don't want no repeats of that.
Oh, no.
We don't want no repeats of that. We don't want no repeats of that at all, pimping.
I'm so far from that, man. Shit. My pride is hurt after that one. I ain't lying.
You need to stick to Q&A Coffee. And if you don't know the way, have A&E make you a sign to it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean. So what's going on, man? What's up with you besides eating that thick ass pork chop? You ain't even bring your boy one. What the fuck?
Hey, it's hard out here for you single.
I'm sorry. What'd you just say?
I'm sorry, I don't have a wife.
Woo,
I don't have a
listen.
wife.
Boy, you about to get in trouble like a move for that one.
Anyways. It's summer, man. It is summer. It's hot, it's wow. I'll tell you what, man. Nothing, well, even though we're still in a pandemic,
Right.
nothing says summer like summer movies.
Okay.
And brother, let me tell you. So I saw Doctor Strange too, back when it first came out. Phenomenal movie. Phenomenal movie.
Right.
But I kept hearing about, Top Gun Maverick, which I had every intention of going to see.
That's a torch, by the way.
Yes.
Because I am torching up my stick.
By the way, what are you smoking up?
I am smoking on, right now, I'm smoking on a Romeo and Juliet 18675.
Oh yeah, good one. Went to go see Top Gun Maverick. Man, let me tell you.
Don't give it away, because I ain't seen it yet.
I encourage you, brother, go see it. Take your kids, take your neighbor's kids. Man, that is a phenomenal flick.
Okay.
Has something for everybody.
That's if you remember the first one, correct?
You know what? It's so good. You don't have to. You don't have to have seen the first one. They kind of clue you in, and if you're not missing too much.
Okay.
It's its own. It just stands alone, as its own movie. Man, phenomenal, man. Just wow, man. It's just one of those movies. When it's over, you clapping. Everybody's clapping. It was, and just when you thought it was over, it wasn't over, and it covers. It checks all the boxes. Phenomenal movie, and there's a reason why it made up to last night. It's made $905 million.
Okay, where my cut?
Hey, you got to talk.
Just say.
You got to talk to Paramount about that. Talk Paramount. But it's a great movie, man. Great movie.
Okay, Paramount. I'm looking for that 0.5% that I'm owed.
How you
That's
figure
in
that?
my mind. It's in my mind.
Okay.
In my mind, I figure they owe me 0.5. So they owe me 0.5.
Okay. Let me know when that check
I
cash.
just want a small percentage even.
Let me know when that check cash.
Hey, when that check cash, you gonna be like, "Hey, Los, where you at? I'm living.
Well, first of all, that check
I
ain't
live
never
down
gonna
South
cash.
Blair. I live down
That
South.
check ain't
now.
never cash. You try to cash
Never
that check,
say
you going to
never.
jail.
Never. I'm gonna will that into existence.
Oh, Lord. Well,
I'm willing into existence.
what else going on, man?
Not much, man. With me, bars on track.
Okay. Less than a month away.
Yeah, I got the patio poured, so the patio is poured.
Wow.
and
Matter of fact,
cured.
today's a month.
Yeah,
Because today's 20.
patio is good. So
Good.
cranking, man, just grinding, trying to get everything. Right now, I'm doing the trim on the baseboards right now,
Yeah.
trying to save as much money as possible. 'cause,
Right.
I looked at the guy who laid the floor, and I said, "Hey, how much to do the baseboards?" And this motherfucker said, $8 a foot. And my business partner thought he said $8 a board. I was like, "Nah, player." He said $8 a fucking foot.
Wow.
Yeah, we got about 2,000 square feet. Never mind.
Hey, if you can
Never
do
mind.
if you can do it yourself, then
And
you know,
I have been, and it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks good.
All right. One day closer, brother. One day
Yeah,
closer.
one day closer. One day closer. So what's going on with you, man?
Like I said, man, this ever since I came back from Colombia, man, I just been thinking
Oh
about
my
my
God,
next
here we
trip.
go. Medellin again.
No. So I talked to a good friend. I've been friends with this guy for 25 years. We're actually talking about going to London next year.
Okay, you going to London? I just got one question. You going to all these places? I'm your best friend. Is that not true?
This is true.
This is true. I am your best friend.
This
correct?
is true. Yes.
Then why won't you get on my boat, man?
Boat?
Yeah.
You got a boat?
Yes.
You have a boat.
Pontoon boat. Why you ain't getting on it?
You have a boat.
Why you ain't getting on it?
I haven't seen this boat.
You want to go back to Africa? I'll take you. Come on.
See, trauma's starting to flare up.
No, I'm not doing all that. But it's a pontoon boat, man.
What the hell is a pontoon, man?
It fits 17 fucking people, man.
What's that? Short for redneck raft?
Really?
What the
That's
hell
where
is
we
a
going with this?
pontoon?
That's where we going with this?
I don't know. I've never heard of a pontoon.
You trying to be funny.
It's not in my lexicon.
It's okay. We know you can't swim. It's all right.
I get on yachts.
It's all right.
I get on yachts.
You don't
and
get on
cruise
no
ships.
goddamn yachts.
I get on yachts and cruise ships.
You don't get on the yachts with your flighty ass. That's what he want to get on.
No, that's what.
That's what he want to
those,
get
those
on.
are the only water
with
vehicles
his hot
I'm getting
sedity
on.
ass.
No,
So let me get this straight. You won't get on a pontoon, a $60,000 boat with your best friend. Instead, you want to get on a yacht. That's what you're saying. So you're gonna trust the yacht people if your ass fall overboard, but you won't trust your best friend.
I'm not trusting anybody if I fall over. That's part.
So
of
do
the,
you
that's part of the
understand
problem.
that you can fall off a fucking yacht just as fast as you fall off a pontoon, right?
Not if you.
A yacht will go down just as fast, probably faster because it's heavier, just as fast as a fucking pontoon.
Probably.
Yes.
Are you certain? Mm-hmm. You just.
It's
are you
heavier. And your ass gonna be downstairs somewhere. Your ass gonna be downstairs somewhere inside, doors locked. Plus, on top of that, I can swim like a fish player. I can save your life.
I wouldn't even want you to.
Hopefully, those are not caffeine tablets.
No.
Gus got about 26 vitamins he got to take. Y'all know his regimen.
Some amino acids, some multivitamins.
I just got my re-up of Zima.
Some horny goat weed.
Oh my God!
You ain't
Speaking
hit the
of horny goat weed, your ass got a poem tonight, Negro.
You know what? I do not.
Ah,
I have writer's block, man.
that's bullshit.
I have writer's block.
What?
The writer's block.
Augustus,
My zen.
I'm calling bullshit.
My zen was not at its
I'm
optimum
calling
this
bullshit.
week.
Then you need to go yoga or something, goddamn it, because the people expect it. The people are asking for it. The people are clamoring for it. Mr. Whatever it is you are today. Oh, Mr. Holy Ghost today.
Lord have mercy.
Mr. Lord have mercy.
And you know what? And because the people are clamoring, I want to give them some quality. I don't just want to give them some, blah, here you go. If it's not quality, if it's not my best,
I'm
just
gonna
assume I
call
get throw it out
bullshit
there.
on that. I'm just gonna call bullshit.
You can call it all you want.
I'll call bullshit on that. Call bullshit on that.
It's summertime, bro. It's summertime.
Summertime. Summertime. Am I allowed to say that? Will I get slapped if I sing that song?
Why?
Because Can't forget about it. Forever etched in history, brother.
Yeah.
Sadly, forever etched in history. Sadly.
Hey, you know what? We've all had those moments. Just his was on national television. Thank God, any of our moments definitely wasn't. Whew. Heck, social media wasn't even around, so, man.
Yeah, man. You better believe it.
Yeah, so, I'm over it. He did it, and, but
Right.
I understand. He picked wrong, and you know what? Probably his dilemma ties into our subject title. If he can go back in time,
Say it again.
I'm sure he would do that differently. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's not chosen her, Jada. What's her name?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada Pinkett Smith at all.
Or Jada Pinkett without the Smith.
Yeah.
Since, he chose her and he gave her that last name.
Right.
Miss, I really didn't want to marry him anyway. My mama made me.
Wow.
She put that out there, by the way. That's red table talk.
Hey, divorce papers would have ran her over like a Mack truck. Boom.
Mm-hmm. She must got that. Ooh.
Man, that's... wow.
I know I ain't the first person to say it.
If that's true, then he's a Teletubby then.
Yes, he is. That would classify him
And
as
I've
a
never
Teletubby.
thought of him as...
Hell fucking no. Will fucking Smith, you no, you don't classify him as a Teletubby.
Wow.
Until
Wow.
today.
Sheesh.
I would definitely classify him as that.
Yeah.
As such.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to what we always been saying. You got to have the right woman. Right woman will either build you up or break you down.
That's right. It's like I say, a lot of the old school terminology is behind every man is a good woman. I like to say beside every man is a good woman. My wife loves that.
Oh, so that's why you saying it? Because she love it?
I'll say yes to that.
Okay.
Because that's the woman I'm going to be with for the rest of my fucking life.
Right.
I'll say yes to that.
Right.
I'll say yes. That's part of it, yeah.
And I agree with it, but hey, if she can't keep up, I'm in front.
If she can't keep
I'm just messing. I'm just tripping.
If she can't keep up, you in front.
Well, I was mean like if we're walking down the street, just hey, somebody got the lead.
Boy, we fucking with you, we ain't gonna have no women listeners.
They love us. Hey, we're women's allies. Mm-hmm. They know
The black women too, right? Oh shit, he drinking extra long now. Hey, you saying but that picture you sent me today, Mr. Listen to my wife or my girlfriend or whatever. What's that picture you sent me? Cigar girl. Oh, she was shy.
Yeah, she has a cigar spot.
Yeah.
Like a couple hours from here.
Yeah.
We're going to check that out.
Yes, we are.
We're going to check that out.
Hopefully there's an Alibaba nearby.
Hey, I have no problem bringing my own food. I have no problem bringing our own food. So, ladies and gentlemen, so today's topic is if we could travel back in time, what would we tell and run into our younger selves? What would we, what wisdom, what knowledge would we give our younger self?
True that. And before we get into that, just know that if you're thinking, you should be thinking with Q&A Coffee, which helps to improve your mental endurance and focus, and it has a superior taste. Q&A Coffee is for thinkers like Gus and I at the Gus and Lo Show. You can find Q&A Coffee at the Q&A.com. That's the letter Q, letter A.com. Q&A Coffee, baby. And it's delicious, by the way. I drink it. Gus don't drink coffee, so
I take caffeine tablets.
he take caffeine tablets. So that means Q&A need to come out with a caffeine tablet. But you know what coffee you will drink that might be coming soon?
What's that?
A little birdie told me there might be some Gus and Lo Show coffee coming. Hey, what you gonna do about that, player? You know what? Put the grinds in your mouth and just chew it up.
I'll even try that. I'll go for
Put it in a
that.
little pack and just stick it in the inside of your mouth like, chewing tobacco.
Or I can put it in my protein shake.
Yes, you can.
Blend it.
Do it.
All right, there
Do
it
it,
is.
brother. There you go.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
All right.
Keith, that's for you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So, are we getting into this list? What are we doing?
Let's
brother?
get it. Let's do it.
All right, you want to go first?
Yeah, I go first. So I'll preface this topic. We get to
By the way, real
ahead.
quick,
Go ahead.
this not disclaimer, but side note. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that the things, and I'm not going to say top 5 because I got a whole bunch of shit to say to my younger self. I'm going to say the things that I would say to my younger self at 18 because
Okay.
that's when I started making decisions.
Right.
So I'm going to say 18. It can be for you. It can be whatever.
Okay.
But for me, it was at 18.
Right.
Well, 19.
Okay.
19.
Okay. Fair enough.
All
Fair
right.
enough.
So shoot,
okay,
brother.
like you said, not top 5, but just 5 things. If it were to ever happen, not that it's going to happen,
Right.
but unless we get that DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Doc, give it to me.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Number 1 or number 5, however, because it's really no ranking.
Right.
Or
No
order.
ranking for us. Right.
For me, it would be to join the Navy.
To join the Navy.
Yeah. So in high school, the recruiters.
You
come
too
to your high
goddamn
school.
big to be a Navy man. You sink like a fucking anchor. I'm just fucking with you, dog.
So the recruiters came. I was
Right,
like,
right.
Army, nah. For whatever reason, gravitated towards the Navy. Mm-hmm. Was gung ho, and heck, they was getting me out of school early, and they was feeding me. I was like, cool.
Your big ass would have been a SEAL. You'd have been a Navy SEAL, goddamn.
Oh nah, can't swim.
Yeah, but you dark enough though that you can at night
Wow.
all the night missions.
Wow. So I wouldn't need the camouflage mask or the
Don't open your eyes.
Wow. Wow. I feel slighted even.
That's my man. I think you would have made a great Navy SEAL.
Seal. Nah, I don't know about that, but it'd have been interesting. But I got into it.
Right.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, man, if I do this, and I was doing 20 years now,
Okay.
so I would have retired at 38.
Right. There you go.
So I was already thinking long range. I was in. Told my mother, I can't remember what my mother said at the time. She was just like, if that's what you want to do. So I really didn't have no support.
Right. You ain't.
With that said,
You was gonna miss that gravy and cake, boy.
and
I'm still waiting on you to tell your mom to bake a cake so I can taste it. Though.
Oh man, remind me. Shoot me
I
a
will.
text. Shoot me a text.
All right.
And the day they came to get me, man, it was something straight out of a horror movie, dude. It was raining cats and dogs. I did not sleep the night before because I'm like, man, this is a really pivotal point
Right.
in my, life. This is serious.
In your life, yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to swear in. Mm-hmm. Man, it's raining cats and dogs, and then 5 o'clock. This dude's like, I'll be there, pick you up at 5 o'clock. He showed up at 4:57.
Hey, yes, sir.
Good
Military time.
Yeah, he knocked on the door. I mean, it's raining. I looked out the windows. The other recruits, they waving like, yes, come on, dude.
Doing a parade.
Right. And Carlos, I was just paralyzed with fear. It just
Heard.
I couldn't.
Fear is a real thing.
Yeah. And man, it got real. I mean,
Right.
it got real because
Real fast, yeah.
because once you swear in, you're in. Mm-hmm. No, there's no turning back. And,
But you hadn't sworn in yet.
No, he was coming to get me to
Right.
swear in. And I opened the door. I ain't let him see me. I just like cracked the door like, hello? He's like, hey, Whitfield, how you doing? Come to get you. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Man, I mean, first of all, his energy
Hell
was
no,
just
I
too,
ain't ready.
Right. His energy was just too much for me at
Right.
5 o'clock in the morning. And I was just like, I don't really know. I'm not sure. He's like, oh, you just got the jitters. Like, come on down. You talk to some of the officers and blah, blah,
Right.
blah. Mm-hmm. I knew enough to know as long as I don't cross this threshold. I'm
Yes, sir.
cool. And man, that was the longest 12, 15-minute conversation. He was trying, like, come on.
It was basically the longest no.
Yeah. And I was just like, nah, I don't know. He was like, oh, you just need to, And I did. I had the jitters. I wouldn't even acknowledge it. Because like I said, I was gripped with fear. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'll call you tomorrow or something. Let me just think about it. He's
Right.
like, no, we need to do this. And
Get you in there.
needless to say, I did not go.
Right.
And although I was relieved, now when I got to 38, I was like, damn, if I'd have went through
Right.
if I'd have went through with my decision, I'd have been retired from the Navy.
Right.
And just, with all the people I do know who, have served, who have had the, privilege to serve, now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I wonder if, because as men, we want to, see if we can cut it,
That's true.
with other men.
Yeah, I'm about to go there in a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. And, to see, if we can really, rough it, tough it for our country and, to see if we have what it really takes. Because, it's a lot of guys, yeah, they got guns or whatever. Okay, but did you go through a regimen?
Right.
Did you go through boot camp?
Right.
Just to make it through boot camp is an accomplishment.
Right.
A
That's
lot
true.
of guys can't do it. Some guys wash out. So, whether it's that, whether it's, being able to deal with the rigors of authority of being in the service, not only that, the benefits of it, traveling the world, just wonder what trajectory my life would have taken. I'll never know. But, small moments like, when we're smoking a cigar and it's raining or, wake up in the middle of the night, it's like, man, I wonder what my life would have been like.
Right.
Probably would have been babies all over the world. So,
Well, I'm going to tell
who
you
knows?
this. I have no doubt that if our good friend Noodles Nixon can do it, you damn sure could have did it. If Noodles can do it, you could have did it because Noodles is a seaman.
True.
He is a seaman. Thank you for the service, Kurt.
Yeah, thank you for your
Appreciate you, brother.
He don't,
Love
he
you.
don't, he
Shout
don't-
out.
He don't listen.
Yeah, he do.
No, he doesn't.
You just don't think he do, but he
know he
does.
doesn't.
He's talked to me about it. So
Really?
stop. Yes.
Okay, I'll shut up.
God damn. This Negro.
I shut up, boss.
He does. He does.
Okay.
Now he does find a way to equate it with a movie, but that's a story for another day.
Yes,
'Cause
Lord.
he's the movie guru. Goddamn.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yeah. If he could have did, I think you would have made a great Navy man. So to that we crossed over because that's like my number 5.
Okay.
If I could have, then I wanted to be a Marine. What stopped me was my mom. My mom said no. She said, "You're my baby boy," and I was the baby boy.
Right.
2 brothers before me. So she said, absolutely not. And I was
Right.
like, Mom.
Wow.
I was like, whatever, I'm doing this, I'm going. She was like, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And that was me having a conversation with my mom outside of my adoptive aunt and uncle, which I've talked about them on the show. Of course, they were Jehovah's
Yeah.
Witnesses. They were never going to sign off on it.
Right.
But I didn't give a shit about their approval anyway.
Right.
I went to my mom. I snuck away and I went to my mom. And at the time, she was in her right frame of mind. We know the struggles with my mom, you and I. And she looked at me and said, "You want to what?" And I said, "I want to, join the military." And she said, "Absolutely not.
Right.
Let your brother Ryan join. Go tell him to join. You're not doing it." And at the time, I was the one who was taking care of my mom, and I think that partly had something to do with it.
Right.
She would have probably felt like she was being abandoned a little bit. So that's what stopped me from going into the military. Ooh, that boy got a serious torch. Where you get that torch from, man? That's a nice Lotus.
It's a gift from a good friend. Matter of fact,
Heavy.
I rarely break that out.
I know. You break that out on special occasions.
Rarely.
Yes. Woodford is tasting good tonight. I know everybody on this podcast is probably like, damn, that's all those drinks.
He's consistent.
I am consistent, but however, I do dabble.
Right.
I like Angel's Envy. I like Angel's Envy Rye even more. And I wasn't really into ryes. But Angel's Envy Rye, all it needs is a couple of drops of water. And me, I like big cubes because I like my bourbon ice cold. But this one, I use a small cube.
Right.
Because the water just opens it up. Man, it is so good. Particularly with one cigar that I happen to love, which is my Rocky Patel Decades that I love. You know how I feel about them.
Right.
As in the top 5.
Right.
Rocky himself knows because I told him personally at his cigar lounge. Burn. I'm gonna have to get up there before I open up before I open up the shop. I gotta go up there.
Got him
I gotta go up there before I open up the shop, man.
Would you like to go on Thursday?
Nothing's. Oh shit! God damn, that boy calling me out. God damn.
I said, would you like to?
Of course, I would like to. I would like to go up every damn Thursday if I could.
We go Tuesday if you want. It don't matter. I just happen to throw out Thursday.
Right.
Random day.
Is there a particular reason you do out Thursday? No.
Because it's Thursday.
Because it's Thursday. All right. So yeah, I might can make that. That's an up and back though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
Because
I'm on a budget.
You on a budget. I'm on a budget within a budget.
Since when?
Since I had all them damn kids, man. Well, it just ain't nothing new.
You drinking Woodford?
What that? I won that NBA bet. I won that through an NBA bet. You remember when me and you bet and I lost?
Yeah,
you bet on Golden State,
right?
So being that I'm a little savvy, I said, you know what? Let me think. I want the Celtics to win, and Boston didn't win, but let me just double down on myself here and bet somebody that Golden State will win. That way I break even, baby.
Uh-oh. I think we do not have a winner.
However, I don't owe you a bottle of Woodford. That's what we bet, but that's not what you want.
Yeah.
Your big ass want a plethora of fucking taco salad.
That's right, baby.
So I'm going to make that happen for you. Now, I can make you a catering tray of my taco salad.
No.
Or you can have Taco Casa. Which one you want?
Taco Casa. You got enough on your plate.
All right. Yeah, but it don't take me but a minute to make taco salad, man. They ain't nothing but thing.
So, interestingly enough, the cigar event that we went to, was that last Thursday?
That was
last Thursday. Last Wednesday?
Yeah, I think it was last Thursday.
Okay.
Last Thursday I won.
I'm smoking a cigar that I won
right
from that event, and this is not hitting at all.
They put a bad one in the pack for you, man.
This ain't hitting, bro.
It ain't hitting.
It ain't hitting.
What's that you smoking, man?
I don't know. I don't know if this is one the talked about cigar that was talked about by the cigar owner.
No.
Is this it?
We're not doing. No, that's not it.
It's not it. Okay.
Woo! We ain't doing that.
Well, I didn't know because he said the band was different and blah.
No.
Okay.
He's saying his new band. Okay. That is not that cigar, sir.
Okay. All right. Well. Yeah.
That is not that cigar.
All right. Well,
that cigar is good.
Rest in peace.
Which is damn, you gonna let it go?
I can't smoke that. It's horrible, man.
Are you serious? Let me see what this is.
Go for it.
Because we honest here on the Gus and Low Show, guys.
Go for it, man. I haven't even heard of that
cigar.
This
is a Estera.
That brand, that
career.
Band, the band
it's
looks
aged
generic.
12 years. It says.
Yeah, that's what it say. But
he said,
put it this way.
Say 12 years.
I bet this gonna be good.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah,
that's gonna hit.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Number
4.
So growing up, I loved sports. Basketball, baseball, football. Loved them all equally.
Right.
As I got older, was inclined more to football. I'll say I was pushed into basketball, but I still followed it.
You got the height.
Yeah, I had the height, but you know what I didn't have? I didn't have good coaches. I didn't have good mentors, and it killed my enthusiasm.
Okay.
Even when I got into high school, man, we Lowe's, our football team, Lord Jesus.
What school did you go to? Come on, tell it.
With the Woodward.
God, you was a Bulldog?
With the Woodward, yeah.
How the hell we best friends? I went to the road, dog.
Man, we grown men, man. Ain't nobody.
Went through all the Tigers and the Hams. Man, I'm proud of my high school. I don't give a fuck what you say.
This is Cincinnati.
Yes, it is. But I'm proud of my high school.
Where high school was king.
That's right.
Oh, Lord. But anyway, yeah, man, I didn't have good mentors. Our football team, we were so this is how predictable we were. It didn't matter where we were at on the field. First play, sweep right. Second
Trust
down,
me, I know.
Sweep left. Third down, up the middle, punt. That's all we did. And I'm playing tight end. We didn't have really a quarterback, so I'm like, man, I'm not going to ever get a pass? Seriously?
Now you a big blocking motherfucker.
Hey, I had hands soft as cotton. I was a young Kellen Winslow. They just didn't know. Because we ain't had no QB.
He said he was a young.
Oh, yeah. Played, ran track,
Right.
love track.
Oh, I love track too.
Oh, man, you talk about friends bringing you down. I'll never forget, man. Was doing my thing in track. And this is when, we all reach that age, whether it's men or women.
Right.
You start noticing the opposite of sex, and you want to be cool. And
Right.
I was at that threshold. Do I want to be an athlete? Or do I want to be cool?
Right.
I want to be cool.
Right.
So try to hang with the cool kids. Started skipping practice, and man.
So you would tell yourself what?
Stick with your athletics.
There you go.
Stick with your athletics. Wanting to be cool, chasing skirts and all that. Chase your passion.
There you go.
Chase your passion. If I go back,
That's what I'm doing right now. The Jester, baby. Coming to you soon. St. Bernard, 4529 Vine Street, Cincinnati, Ohio. St. Bernard. That's what I'm doing right now. All right. So my number 4 would be don't get married at 19 years of age. That was going to be my number 4.
Okay.
Don't get married at 19 years of age.
Yeah, that's
now, that
reasonable.
doesn't mean that I could not have raised my son
Right.
the way I raised him. Notice I didn't say, don't get married to her. I'm just saying don't get married, period. I think my wife's going to listen to this podcast, but it's okay.
It's all right.
I think if I
in the
hadn't
past.
have married my son's mom so fast, I think we would have worked out. We might have would have worked out because the one thing that we both did and both agreed on was raising Carlos, man. Was raising my son,
Right.
and we did a fucking hell of a job. I say we. That's as far as I'm gonna go with her.
Right.
Because the rest of the shit is fucked up.
Right,
But
right.
that is the one thing. If I just don't think I got married too soon.
Yeah, you. I mean,
Too soon.
Statistically,
I just didn't know enough.
Yeah.
Didn't know enough.
Yeah.
Not enough life experience.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Her mom really talked me into it. She was a pastor, and she really talked me into it. Because I was just kind of like, well, I don't really need to marry her to raise my son. And we still gonna be together. It's like, and her mom was like, no, you want to make a righteous woman out of And I didn't know at the time. I didn't even know her mom was a pastor.
Right.
Right. And then I found that out, and I was like, I've been bamboozled in this motherfucker. I've been bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm kind of half and half on that. Partially, I'm glad I did make an honest woman out of her by marrying her, and then, but the young me, the old me is thinking about the young me. I would have been a better husband had I waited.
Right.
So that's my number 4 is I shouldn't have got married at 19.
So
If I could go back, I would tell myself, like, nope, you need to wait, player.
Right. So you were saying, like, just hold off on the wedding. What,
Yes.
A couple years?
Hold
5
off on
years?
marrying her.
Gotcha.
Definitely, probably till I was at least 20, 21.
Right.
21. I'm going to say a couple of years.
Right.
A couple of years. If I'd have got a little bit more experience under my belt, I didn't really know who I was at 19.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was going to go into the field that I was going into.
Right.
I had just met my father 1 year prior to.
Right.
So, I hadn't got those lessons from him yet. And then the 2 years that from 18 through 21, 18, 19, I can't count, 3 years of knowing him, I would have been better equipped
Right.
as a husband from the lessons that he gave me
Right.
if I'd have waited.
Right.
If I'd have waited.
Right. Gotcha.
So that's my number 4.
Okay. Oh, you're going to love this one. Actually,
Come on with it, man.
man, I kid you not, literally, this just popped up when you were talking. Wow.
Okay.
The brain is something. You know what? I've been sleeping good since I stopped drinking. Just saying.
Yeah, for the moment. For the moment.
No, I'm going all the way to at least 2023. At least.
I'm not letting you.
No, you can't. Nah, man.
What you gonna do, man?
No, I'm just, man. I'm just feeling better, dude. I'm feeling.
I know
better.
you feeling better. Gus, you had one bad episode. One bad episode, man.
No, one of many.
One of I'll say I'm gonna put it this way. One of two. One of two.
At this stage,
The
of the
one
game,
time with Kurt and then the one time with me.
two.
Hey, at least both times you were around good people.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Right.
Thank God for that. Yet, come on, that shouldn't be happening.
I think you're putting too much into it. It happens, man.
No, it doesn't just happen.
Yes, it does.
It happened because I was drinking. Now, if I wasn't drinking, it wouldn't never happen.
But there were also how do you say it? Extenuating circumstances.
What were the circumstances? I hadn't eaten?
I'm just saying.
Nah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was on your mind and a few other things.
If it was subconscious, man.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. That's
Gotcha.
what you were doing.
Gotcha.
I had never seen you. I've been your best friend for what, 3 years now? Mm-hmm. You know, true. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to know, true best friends. Like we are those friends. Like we argue, argue, we banter, we go back and forth. Mm-hmm. You know how Gus go at black women on the show. Me and him go at it like that sometimes.
Wow.
Just so y'all know. But if you call yourself real friends, at the end of the day, y'all heal that shit and y'all move on. And that's what we do. That's why this man is my best friend. Because I can argue with him. I can disagree with him.
I don't even
can
think we
like,
argue. I just think we debate. Because you have your opinion, I have mine.
That's true. That's true. That's true. We are able to do it in an intellectual way. Mm-hmm. You know, in a truthful way. Right. You know, we open and honest with each other, but we move on. We don't stay stuck on it. Like, oh man, I hate him now because of that.
Right.
Because you don't agree with me. That's something else. That's not being friends. That's something else. That's not being best friends.
Right.
Because this is my brother.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Y'all done heard the story. Anyways, moving on. So I just think that you had some things going on.
Yeah.
And this is me, knowing you.
Yeah.
I think you had some things because I've never seen you were going ham. Mm-hmm. You were just drink. You were just shot after shot after shot. I mean, you lost count at number 11. Shot after shot after shot, whole bottle. So you knowing that you don't do that, the fitness guy that you are, knowing that you don't do that, it took something to make you do that.
Right.
In my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
In my opinion.
Fair
That's
enough.
just me being real.
Fair enough.
That's just me being real.
Fair enough. So number 3 for me would be wow.
Hey, like my boy just got deep on me here.
So I'm with my friends at this establishment, this
Right.
nightclub, and this was back when they used to play slow songs.
Okay.
So DJ puts on a slow song, and there's this woman on the dance floor, and I'm just enthralled. Like, wow. I'm probably about 21.
This Negro said
No,
enthralled.
no, I'm probably about 19, 20.
Right.
So obviously I didn't go into the Navy, but so I'm just enthralled with this woman, and she locks eyes and she just motions me, with a finger, like, come here. Like, she calls me out in front of everybody.
Right.
And everybody, you somewhere, and when the attention is on you, everybody turn their head.
Right.
And everybody turned their head. I was just like, oh man, okay, well. I'm scared and nervous, so I go out on the dance floor. I dance with her.
Right.
Knowing what I know, obviously older.
Right.
She was much older than me.
Mm-hmm.
She was, but matter of fact, the word MILF wasn't even invented yet. But she was it. So we danced through a couple songs, and she whispering, and we talking and we laughing. And I'm just like, I'm seeing myself, in third person, and I'm the man. I'm the man
got that
out here.
sticking carrot out
I'm
there.
like, she's the man. I'm the man out here.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, what's your name? Blah 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 blah. And she said something, and she said Woods. I'm like,
Right.
Woods. She's like, yeah, my husband is Icky.
Oh, snap!
So as excited as I am, in the moment,
The plot thickens.
man, let's see. If I had a heart on, it went beep. So I'm like, I'm dancing with somebody's wife. Oh man,
Oh,
you
my
got
God.
to be kidding me. And this was, when the Bengals were doing good.
Right.
So, this had to have been
Icky Shuffle time, right?
After 88.
Right.
During around after that time. I'm like, man. So now I'm trying to figure out, how do I get off the dance floor?
Oh my God.
So slow song
Escape,
number.
Real Robinson. Escape.
Right. So I'm trying to look, to see, like, is he looking at me?
Right.
Is he trying to charge me? So slow song number 1 goes off. Slow song number 2 comes on. I'm like, oh my
Slow dancing
God.
with Icky Wood's wife.
And,
wow.
and she would not do. She had a grip. Like, I'm like, girl. I'm like, I couldn't even. She was talking. I heard nothing after. I'm Icky Wood's wife.
She
nothing.
consistent. She like them thick and black. Goddamn. She like them big, thick and black. She consistent.
I just wanted to get off the dance floor. Because
Oh, my God.
I don't know if he's watching or
Right.
one of his boys.
Right.
Hey man,
Right.
the girl. I'm like, man. So
Hey,
now
this
I'm
posse
like,
on Broadway.
right. And I'm like, man, I'm
Wow.
about to get jumped up in here because this was an establishment we were at. This was an establishment where it was no big deal to see 4 or 5 Bengal players
Right.
there. And I'm like, I'm about to get jumped. And my boys can't fight. My boys could have. Hey, I always hung around cats that.
Hey man,
could
we're gonna
not
talk our
fight.
way out of this. We're gonna talk our way out
Oh,
of
it wasn't none of that. It's like run, Forrest, run. Oh man.
Wow.
So yeah. So I'm dancing and I'm like, man. So why that came up, I don't know, but I would have. I really thought I was in danger.
Right.
I'm just like,
I feel
man,
you.
what the heck?
I feel you.
And I'm like, freaking married woman.
You know what you needed? You needed a sign with an arrow that pointed you out. I got just the company that can make that for you. A&E Signs and Lighting, truly a full-service sign company. They design, manufacture, install, and service from their plant in Cincinnati, Ohio. In addition to the normal sign fabrication, they fabricate TV towers, ATM surrounds, canopies, and destination, and wayfinding sculptures. So go see Anthony Mayer at A&E Signs. Let them get your sign up for ya. That's what you needed, player.
Yeah, I did. I needed something. It's like, man.
You need your old self to go back and tell your young self, like, don't do it. Reconsider. Eat some liver.
Dude, right. Dude, I was petrified. In that moment, I was like, man.
Wow.
Man, yeah. Yeah. So that's my number 3.
Okay. My number 3, I always go a little deep. I'm about to get a little deep as well.
Hey, that's what we're here for, man.
My number 3 is to tell I said I was going to do 18. I'm going to go back to 17.
Okay.
And tell my 17-year-old self to run away from home at that time. People know on the podcast, my childhood wasn't the greatest. From 8 years old going up, I would have told myself, you need to run away right now because these people are not right. And of course, once I left at 18, I wish I did it at 17, but once I left at 18, the abuse of my sister stopped once I left. She told me they never laid a hand on her after I left. Which kind of made me feel some kind of way.
Right.
Like, damn, was I a reason that there was abuse even going on? So I've worked through that.
Right.
But yeah, that was one of the things I would have went back and said, yeah, you need to, bruh, what's that movie? Get Out.
Yeah.
You need to get out because
Yeah.
they ain't right. They ain't for the right thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, y'all know how that ends.
Yeah.
With the uncle and all that, kidney and all that things. God made a way.
Yeah.
He made a way.
Yeah.
So that would be my that's not my number 3. Yeah, I would have left a lot sooner.
Okay.
Lot sooner.
Right.
For my sister, I would have left a lot sooner.
Right.
Once I understood that
Right.
there was no more abuse going on. So
Right.
we can dive into that another time. But
I can dig
yeah,
it. I can dig it.
that's my number 3.
All right, number 3. Okay, number 2. So going back to the Wonder Years, I like.
Damn,
to
this
call
boy clear this week. Last week he was like, nah, we on number 4.
Yeah, see.
Last time he's like, we on number 4. I ain't never.
It's this 100% pomegranate juice.
I like both Gus's. I like fucked up Gus and I like clear and concise Gus.
I don't like fucked up guys. Man. Fucked up guys. That's,
Hey, fucked up Gus is fun.
and let me tell you. You know how they say, we are our parents,
Right.
whether it's a mother, father. Fucked up Gus, that's my dad.
Right.
That's
I feel. Hey,
he
fucked up
fun.
Losers. That's Lil Dubos. That's what they call me.
He fun, but he will wreck some stuff. Woo.
The only thing I don't like about fucked up Gus is, let me tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, he heavy than a motherfucker. Hey, that's my dude. I'm somewhat big. I'm a little big. He big, but I'm a little big. But he was heavy. His arm weighed about 100 pounds on my neck. I was like, good Lord. Ain't no way in hell I'm taking him down these steps. Will, let's take him over to the couch. When he hit the couch, I thought it exploded. It went poof.
Hey, it's nice and soft.
Right.
Nice and soft.
Apparently so. Shit, you slept at 6. Mm-hmm. In the same position.
Wow.
In the same, crumpled up and shit.
Hey, you couldn't have told me otherwise. I could have swore I was in my bed.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all, the only reason I haven't posted this picture on Facebook is because that's my man, 100 grand. I'm not going to do that to him yet.
Wait. I'll throw it out.
I'm going to wait till we get to about 10,000 followers. Like, remember that one time?
Matter of fact, if we get enough hits on the Gus and Low Show at gmail.com for that picture, we'll throw it out there. If y'all want to see it, you got to hit us up.
Oh, my
That's all I'm
God.
saying. If you want to see it, ain't no shame in my game.
No shame in his game.
Nah. So, number 2 for me. So, I only had a couple rules, in terms of looking for girls back then.
Right.
One was no kids.
Right.
Date no. What do me and my man just say? Like, she got kid problems. I ain't dealing with that. Ain't dealing with that. What the hell did my dumb ass do? Go out dancing.
I'm going to pour out a little liquor as you tell
you
this
do
story.
that. You do that.
I want y'all to hear it, so I'm, let y'all hear this.
I had no business even going to this club. It was on. Ooh,
That's a serious mic, ain't it? That's a serious mic.
That was a serious pour.
Come on, man. Ain't nothing but a finger, man. Ain't nothing but a finger.
I had no business even going. Nonetheless, I see this girl, and once again, I'm enthralled. And we danced the whole freaking night. And I'm like, yeah, I'm digging
To the
this
beat
shit.
of the rhythm of the night. There you go.
I mean, we danced the whole freaking night. Finally, we get off the dance floor. We talk. And I'm like, hey, tell me about yourself. Wasn't a couple minutes later, I got 2 kids. Pause. Right then and there, she'll turn into Casper, the friendly ghost.
Right.
Poof, see ya. What my dumb ass do? Kept talking. Days turn to weeks turn to months. I end up marrying her.
Yes, sir. You talked all the way to the goddamn podium. All the way to the altar.
Damn
Meet
it.
me at the
Remember that
altar
song?
in your off-white dress. That's right. I said off-white. In your off-white
More or less. No, it should have been
ain't
don't
getting no
trust a big
younger.
button and smile.
Oh, poison. Oh, she was poison.
No, I wouldn't say that, but just
Never trust a big bunny.
Well- I broke my rule.
Do you know I've never
broke my rule.
seen a picture of your ex-wife.
Well,
Never.
I think I still got some in the
Right.
somewhere.
Memory.
Yeah, was it the bad decision? I put it this way. Gosh. And this is what I could really kick myself in the butt for. This is where if I could go back in time, be like, dude, don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it. Or even if I did date her, there was a point where we broke up
Right.
because, dude, there were so many red flags. There were so many red flags.
But when you're young, you ignore that shit.
You know what? Because she was fucking me well and feeding me. Mm-hmm. I'm a simple dude.
I know you like to be fed, goddamn.
But man, I'll never forget. Like I dropped, like my wallet fell, and this was back when remember all the department, like Lazarus,
Yeah.
Lazarus, Elderberry,
Right.
I had every credit card.
Chillitos. We owed over this motherfucker.
Right. My wallet fell, and all my credit cards came out, and she looked, and she was like, "Oh, you got good credit."
That's a red flag like a motherfucker.
Bucket, that's some chicken head shit right there. And what I do, I can only imagine. I had this big ass
my
grin.
God,
I'm
dude.
like, you like that? And next thing I know, I'm buying. Can I, you know, back in. Can I use your credit? Here you go, baby. Here you go, baby. And you, my dumb ass, being tricked by a trick. Ah, man.
Ooh,
but here's
bruh.
but here's where I went wrong. So we broke up.
Right.
You know, we broke up.
That was your opportunity to get away.
Now, I want people to hear and say, oh, here we go, bashing his ex. Had some good times. Had some great times. Matter of fact, it's safe to say without her, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So, God,
Ooh, I'm about to feel this brother's forehead.
so God has a sense of irony.
Yeah, he does. Oh, me and you both really know that.
We broke up.
Right.
And I started dating where what I was dating was a girl. This was a woman.
Right.
She wasn't from here. She was from East Coast, Maine.
Okay.
Black woman, Maine.
Right.
Educated.
Right.
Graduated magna cum laude.
Say that one more time.
Is it magna cum laude or loud?
I ain't gonna tell you. I just want you to say it again.
You know what the fuck it is. You know what the fuck it is.
Just say, take the shortcut and say cum laude.
Okay, cum laude. I didn't even know what the fuck that was. I was like, wow, dude, she was full woman. She was full woman. She was school teacher. Mm-hmm. And, man, we met. I mean, intellectually, man, she was
on point.
Oh, man. Matter of fact, I remember my mother saying, that's the one you should marry.
Okay.
I remember my mother saying that, and, man.
How you let that get away, babe?
Because you know what? Because I was, So I called her years later, probably 10 years ago.
Right.
I told her, I was, whatever. Now she's married, married her college sweetheart, sweetheart. We had some good times. I was like, hey, whatever pain or trauma you got or, experienced from me, I'm sorry.
Right.
Because I was a boy.
Right.
I was clearly a boy. Yeah, I was in the man's body, but mentally I was a boy.
Yes, sir.
And man, that was one of, and we're still friends to this day.
There you go.
She cried and said, thank you.
Right.
She's like, I always remember the good times.
Because men do that.
Yeah.
Boys don't.
Yeah. So to answer your question, why did I leave? Dude, she was ready to, man, she wanted me to, dude. She was ready to, because she was like, because.
Come on. You ain't said it yet. I keep hearing it.
I was raised in the hood. I was raised in the hood.
Okay.
But I had some smarts.
Right.
I had some smarts. But, in the hood, that ain't cool. So I had to downplay it.
Oh, okay.
I had to downplay it.
I got you.
So I don't get my ass kicked every day. That's how rough my neighborhood was.
Oh, he from the snake pit.
Oh, the snake pit.
The snake pit. Hey, those who know on the show know.
Ooh, man, oh man. And man, she wanted me to. She was willing to pay for me to go to school.
Ooh.
Dude, she was talking about dressing me in suits.
Ooh.
Dude, I wasn't ready for that.
No,
I was not
mentally you
no.
weren't ready.
No,
that's all it was.
And next thing I know, I went back to my ex. Well, or she called me. I'm sorry. And I'm like, damn, my dumb ass. Yeah, to go back. Yeah, if I could go back in time. One way of looking at it. Well, your kids wouldn't be born. Yeah, they'd been born by this woman, this college-educated woman who really loved me.
That's how I feel about the children part, because everybody always want to backtrack a little bit because of the kids, because they say, oh, man, if I say this, then I'm not going to be able to have. You could have still had those children. Yeah. They were, hey, God was going to put them in your path regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
However, it doesn't mean you had to have them with the person you had them with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I would have had my son, Carlos, rest in peace. I love my son. But I wish he was by another mama. You know what? I can't say that because she was a good mom. Mm-hmm. She was a good mom. Just the other shit.
Right.
The cheating shit.
Right.
The having another baby shit while we was married.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
Right.
God damn. We on number 2, right?
We on number 2.
Number 2. My number 2 would be shit. I don't want to get emotional. Hold on. Okay, my number 2 would be
sip. Have another sip.
Yeah, let me excuse me, y'all.
Damn. You sound like Darth Vader over there.
I sound like Gus last podcast.
Wow.
Anyway, my number 2 would be being a better brother to my brothers and sisters as we were dispersed. You know, so my sister, she was in a foster situation. My brother, he was in the streets, you know, misunderstood. So nobody wanted him.
Right.
So misunderstood. So he took to the streets. My little sister and I were together. My oldest brother, Terry, who I really didn't get to know like I should have, in the streets, got murdered.
Right.
Because he became a stick up kid, robbed some Jamaicans, and you know what happens when you rob Jamaicans.
Yeah.
So I wish I could have just, I don't know, some kind of way been a better brother for them, man. Even though I was the youngest boy, I just wish I could have been a better brother. Maybe as I was getting a little older and everybody was still alive, and I'm talking about my older brother to that point.
Right.
Just wish I could have reached out more, communicated a little more, because my sister told me something the last time we talked. Being that we all got separated at a young age, right?
Right.
She said, you know, Carlos, we was talking, you know, we love each other. I love my sister, Denise. Denise brought you to light. We know about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I say this is Gus is my brother, y'all have no idea. Anyway, so she said, you know what, Carlos? We really don't know each other like that.
Right.
Like we should.
Right.
Because we were separated for like
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Years.
The formative years.
She was
Yeah.
like, so when you say something to somebody about me, like, oh, well, that's just Denise, I really don't know what I'm saying.
Right.
Because, and I don't.
Right.
I can't be like, oh, that's just Denise. Because I really don't know my sister was out of my life for fucking 10 to 12 years.
Right.
A decade and some.
Yeah.
So how can I be like
So we talking from, say, what, 9 to 19?
from 8 to 18?
Okay, so the formative years.
From 8 to
Yeah,
18.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The form. Yeah. Like you said.
Yeah.
So once I got grown, okay, and then take the 5 or 6 years that I hit the streets, you know, because I left home, left what I ain't gonna even call that a fucking home. I'm gonna say left that house.
Yeah.
Left that house.
Yeah.
You know, let's say 15 years of just lost.
Right.
Of just lost sisters, brothers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only one that I truly have a bond with is my little sister, the baby.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the one who we grew up together
Yeah.
for those 10 years.
Yeah.
So we know each other.
Right.
But we really don't know my brother Ryan.
Right.
We really don't know my brother's
Because
sister.
y'all weren't under the same
And my
roof.
brother Terry, forget about it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell. Other than the fact, I can tell you this: he was a fucking great artist. That boy could draw his ass off. I seen a couple of pictures when I was younger, and I was amazed, dude, at the detail of which this guy, you know. So his talent got lost,
Right.
in
Yeah.
the streets, definitely.
Hey, the streets don't.
But if I could have been a better brother, some kind of way, even though I was the baby boy, some kind of way, I wish I could go back and tell myself, like, you need to reach out. Some kind of, I don't give a fuck how you do it. Do it.
But you were a kid.
That's true. That's true.
And it,
but we hear
it was
stories.
beyond you.
No, it
You were a
wasn't.
kid.
No,
you had
no,
no
it
one-
wasn't.
You trying to figure out your stuff.
It wasn't beyond me.
You debate your
Dude, we see kids
9
do
years old.
amazing things every day.
True.
Out of the mouths of babes.
But,
We see
but
dudes-
it's not the kid's responsibility to hold the family down.
I'm saying, I wish.
Gotcha.
I wish.
Gotcha.
If I could go back and tell myself, I would go back and tell myself, like, hey, I know you young.
Gotcha,
I know you
gotcha.
don't know.
Right.
But this is something you need to do. You need to find your sister, Denise.
Gotcha,
Reach
gotcha.
out to her.
Right.
Write her.
Right.
Pen pal, something.
Gotcha, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Find your brother Ryan. Writing
Right.
something. You
I
know what I
get
mean?
you, yeah.
Say, hey, come visit me, you know, over and over again until
Yeah.
he does. You know, Terry, same thing.
on the premise that it could have made a difference.
Right.
Gotcha.
On a premise,
Okay.
even
Gotcha.
if it was just a small difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And the smallest stone,
Yes.
makes the greatest ripples. It still makes a ripple in the lake if you throw it in the lake. So
but I will tell you, when my mother passed this past year, I will say my brothers and sisters, we came together. Mm-hmm. And even though I was the I can't think of what it's called right now, but I had the right to pull the plug
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
I was that sibling.
Yeah.
I didn't make that choice because I had older siblings who had the right, even though they signed off on me being, you know, the man who, you know, said what happens to mom.
Right.
I didn't do it that way. I pulled all my brothers and sisters and said, what do we want to do?
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't just say be selfish and be like, well, mom's suffering, so I'm going to make this decision. I said, what do we want to do? And we all made a decision together.
Right.
I felt like just in that moment, what could have been
Right.
if we had have communicated with each other just a little bit more when
Right.
we were all separated,
Right.
some kind of way. You know what I mean? I learned things. My sister told me things that I did not know. I'm like, oh, Denise. She was like, baby, listen.
Right.
I was sending y'all money and everything. I said, I ain't seen none of that shit.
Right. Right.
You was sending money to them. He wasn't sending it to me because they wasn't telling me about it.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So just a small sample of what I was going through. But that's one of the things that I, you know, wish I could go back and tell my younger self, like, hey, I know you young, but you need to reach out.
Right.
Reach out to your sibling.
Right. Gotcha.
So that's my number two, right?
Yeah,
That's
two.
Yeah,
So we're on number one. All righty. You know what they say? If you look back, you can see footprints to
Right.
you know, whether it's whatever leads you to, you know, career, your passion or whatnot. I knew a long time ago. For me, it was white women.
Oh, fuck. God.
I knew
Here
it.
we go.
I knew it in kindergarten.
Oh,
I
my
knew.
God.
I'm telling
Here we
you,
go.
man, I'll never forget.
No,
It
you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Augustus,
Man,
stop it.
Just hear me out. Hear me out.
All right.
I'll never forget. It was kindergarten. Her name was Lori.
Right.
She, you know, long blonde hair.
Although my brother, I got to give you this real right
Go
quick.
for it, go for
The
it.
fact that you said, I should have hit white women real fast.
I'm not even going to ask why you hit that button. Woo, boy, oh boy.
You know why I'm hand clapping.
Yeah. But I knew. I found some old rusty. I don't know where I found this ring. I don't know if I found it. You know, you used to find
Right.
stuff. I remember I found this ring. I went home, washed it off. Next day, I gave it to her. I was like, I want you to have this.
Put it in some Coca-Cola. No, I'm just
Probably. No, I just rubbed the bar soap
Right,
on
right,
it, some
right.
hot water, and gave it to. I don't know what she did. I don't know if she threw it. I just remember giving it to her.
right.
I remember that. I just remember white women always gravitating toward. I mean, white, you know, younger, my Caucasian female counterparts.
Lord help us.
I just remember, and I tell you what, you know, this whole. I tell you what, society's interesting, especially you know in the '70s. Mm-hmm. You know, I could see, and whenever they came around, like I could see, you know, my fellow swarthy.
Swarthy.
The swarthy African Americans,
Right.
they would already cut their eyes at me. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck did I do? I'm just trying to make
Right,
friends.
right.
Shit. So let's fast forward to first white woman I dated was during that whole OJ shit.
On that point, we need some Q&A coffee, which helps improve your mental endurance and focus, and it has a superior taste. Q&A coffee is for thinkers like us and I. I don't know about this shit. Let's make some time for Q&A. You can find them at QAcoffee.com. That's the letter Q, letter A.com.
You talk about bad timing. So I catch the eye of this phenomenal, you know, Caucasian young lady, and you know we
needs some milk.
and you know what, you know, whether it's, you know, business, your neighbors, whatever, to relate to an individual as an individual,
Right.
it's just it was just wow, that was just like the cherry on top. Like we
Right.
were just cool. So, you know, we started talking, you know, we went out, and like I say, it was just during that whole OJ shit. I didn't really give a shit, but I
Right.
tell you what was interesting, at least for me, this is what I remember. I remember whenever we stepped out, and it didn't help, she was fine too. She was fine.
Of course.
Yeah, she was fine.
I got that same response.
Man, I
with
got-
my wife, bro. I'll tell you about it.
I'm surprised I'm still walking because I know there were knives in my back.
Yeah, but you a big motherfucker. Ain't nobody got me.
But not back then. I was about $1.50. I wasn't hitting the weights back then.
Right.
I was trying. But man, the looks I would get from black women
Yes, sir.
was, and I wasn't even so much worried about
could
me.
you?
Yeah. Well, we've had that discussion
Yeah.
that, I'll say it. Fuck it.
Or as my dad used to put it, 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it.
Yes, sir. There's a contingent, there's a mindset among black women. Why do I feel like I'm sliding down a pole?
You are. You always do this. Which brings me to this. The views discussed by Gus are those of his and his only. They are not conducive with the Gus and Lowe show. I got to put that disclaimer out there.
No doubt.
And its affiliates.
There's this notion that we're doing black women a disservice,
Right.
or this is what I really believe, that we're like cattle, and how dare you? You can't go. No, you can't get you cannot date a Colombian woman. You cannot date a woman from Canada. You can't date a French woman because you belong to us.
You love
And
who
that's-
you love.
Right. Exactly.
You're
But
attracted to who you are attracted.
but some, and I'm not going to even say black women exclusively because there are some Caucasian people who believe
Yes,
that,
indeed.
of a certain generation.
Yes.
Chinese, Indian,
Mm-hmm.
all the ethnicities. So I'm just not going to point out black women, but I did. And anyway,
Because you Gus. We know.
yeah. And I wasn't even so much worried about me, but I was worried about her. Like, are they going to do something to her?
Right.
I mean, because they were nasty. If looks could kill, brother. If looks could kill.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, it took a toll. It really took a, because I just got tired of it. I'm like, this shit makes no fucking sense at all.
Right.
Makes none. As I got older, the older I got, the more it didn't bother me. I'm like, it's a them thing. That's on them.
Right.
If they can't handle it.
Right.
Once again, whether it's a black woman, black guy, older white woman, older white man.
Well, you know what plays into that? What plays into that is our history.
Yeah.
The history of Massa invading the slave quarters and things like that. And the missus having her mandingos and all that. I don't want to really get into all that, but that plays a role in that.
Yeah.
And some people are huge on history.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for me, you love who you love.
You love who you love.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that hindered me for a minute. Then from there, met my ex-wife. But when I got divorced,
Oh, Lord.
I said, what we're not going to do.
Well, I just want to say,
What you gonna say?
Gus's marriage was... He better be glad I wasn't around, because that marriage would have never happened. He'd be like, I need to talk to my man, Carlos. Hey, man, I'm thinking about... I'd be like, Negro, no. I'd have saw that shit happen in a mile away.
I don't know.
Dude, I done stopped a couple of marriages. I'll have you know that.
Well, I'm okay.
Not stopped, but
Right.
I have told a couple of brothers, like, I think you should think about it. What you decide is what you decide.
Right.
But I think you need, and they thanked me
Right.
later down the line because they, seeing how those women turned out.
Right.
Now, I will say this. I'm not perfect. There was one that I fucked up. I'm gonna put that out there.
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
put that out there. I did. The sister. She turned out to be a good sister.
Yeah.
She shed away the ways that she was doing and how she was, and she
Right.
actually became a good wife to another guy. And he was just like, "Motherfucker, I hate you for life for that."
Right.
But the dude who was supposed to marry, he's like, "Dude, like, see how she turned out?" I was like, "Yeah, but it might not have turned out like that for you."
Yeah. So if I could go back in time, I weathered that whole storm during the whole OJ thing, saga. I'd be like, okay, dust yourself off, get back on the horse, continue to date white women. I'd have had some pretty mixed kids.
Ladies and gentlemen, me and him best friends, but that is not my number one.
Oh, of course not.
That
It's
is
not,
not
it's
my
not
number
supposed
one.
to follow mine, but you know that'd be my number. Well, for the sake of this conversation,
Right.
I'll talk. Yeah.
My number one would be if I could go back and tell my younger self something. I would tell my younger self to reach out to my real father earlier. Maybe I look. I'm changing the rules like a motherfucker, but I can do that because this is the Gus and Low show, and I'm Los. So I'm gonna say if I could tell my 16-year-old self, hey, look into your, who's really your father.
Right.
Look into your past, and find out what's going on. I would tell my younger self to look into that,
Right.
and I would have met my father sooner. And I think from the age of 16 to whatever,
Right.
to whenever he passed, I would be I would have been a different man in that time span.
Right. Right.
It would.
Right.
I wouldn't have bumped my head as much.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't have did a lot of the shit that I
Yeah.
did.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the lessons that my father, Willie Earl Dubose, gave me, William, I'm sorry, Dad. I know you don't like that Willie shit.
Right.
May you rest in peace. I know you don't like that Willie
Right,
shit. William
right.
Earl Dubose, that ain't your name, bruh.
Right.
I think he would have changed I just wouldn't have stepped in as many holes as I did, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have stepped in as many holes. I feel like he stopped me from stepping in some holes, but damn, like about 40 or 50 other ones that I stepped in, I think that shit would have been Nixay.
Yeah.
And honorable mention, I also wish that if I could talk to my younger self, I would have told myself, stay with your dad in his bar, because I would still have his bar to this day.
Right.
And I would be running it because that was my destiny. Of course, y'all know I'm going to open up a bar. That was my destiny anyway. So I would have said stay there
Right.
instead of go hit the streets. Fast money spend fast. Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would have stayed there, listened to some more lessons, and listened to him. That is my number one and number 1A.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
I'm gonna go there. I miss my dad, man.
Right.
I miss my dad, man. Ooh.
You know what?
I wish you could have met him. Oh, Gus.
I wish I could have met
He
him,
would have
too.
loved you. He would have clowned your ass too.
You know what your sentiments piggyback off of?
What's that?
Remember we were just at this cigar conversation. Remember what our good friend Christian was saying about the relationship between him and his
Yes. Yes.
dad. And
Yes.
and what a lot of these young cats don't realize, whether they know their father or not, whether they're they have a good relationship or not, they're gonna, even as men, we still crave that, from our father, like,
Yeah.
whether it's
That
a pat on the head.
direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want that direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's vital.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. And you don't know what it is. You just know that you want it, and you know that you need it. The inner you know that you need it.
Yeah.
You don't even know what it is that you're saying. Like, it's like, I hate this motherfucker, but damn, I appreciate
Yeah.
what he doing for real.
Right.
When you get a little older, you're like, damn, I appreciate that shit.
Yeah.
But damn, I hated that shit. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my father used to, because I met him at 18,
Mm-hmm.
he taught me lessons sometimes the hard way. Even at 18,
Yeah.
he was like, all right, well, I couldn't be your dad like earlier in your life.
Yeah.
So now I got to speed this shit up
Right.
and, give it to you hardcore.
Yeah.
Because you're a young man.
Yeah.
And he gave it to me hard. And sometimes I was just kind of like, this shit ain't fair. I'm just now getting to know you.
Right.
Like, you can't do this to me, but at the same time, I wanted it.
Yeah.
What he was given,
Yeah.
I wanted it. Because I didn't get it from my uncle.
Yeah.
Because he
Right.
wasn't vested in me like that.
Right.
And I'm going to say that. He wasn't vested.
Yeah.
Yeah, he raised me. He fed me. They fed me. They clothed me. Don't get me wrong.
They did the bare minimum.
They were abusive
They did the bare minimum.
adoptive parents,
Mm-hmm.
but they did feed me. They did clothe me. You know what I mean?
Hell,
I didn't go without a meal or anything like that. But goddamn, they were abusive as
Yeah.
fuck physically.
Yeah. So,
you know what I'm saying?
So they met your physical needs.
Right.
But your mental needs.
oh,
no,
dude, they
it's-
tore that down.
Yeah.
Tore that down.
Yeah.
Tore that down. With physical abuse. So,
Right.
You know what I mean? So I really wish, mama, why you do that?
Yeah.
She told me why. I'm gonna keep that to me though.
I could dig it.
You know, so
I don't have
yeah.
a-
So that was my number one, man. You ain't got no honorables? Come on,
I
bruh.
do not. You know what? It's gonna come to me when I'm on the way home. Like, dang, I should have said such and such.
You ain't got no poem. God
No,
damn.
no, I
Like
didn't.
really, Gus? It's the Gus and Low show.
I know, man.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna come up with my own corner. He got his poems. Los is gonna come up with something.
On the fly right now?
Hell no, I don't fly. I've been drinking. I've been waiting on your ass since 7th. I'm about to call his ass out.
Oh, my
so Gus and Low show was supposed to start taping at what? 7:30. I'm gonna say 8.
I didn't get that memo.
I'm gonna say bullshit. You didn't get that memo. I'm gonna say 8. This Negro rolled up in here, y'all, at 9:37 on the phone, like, yeah, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I was talking to our sponsor.
kick it to which? Oh, Keith.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
that was.
you are excused, sir.
I thought you.
I didn't know that.
So when you let me in, the conversation.
I didn't know that
just
was Keith.
started. Yeah,
I didn't know that was Keith.
Yeah, I thought
Damn,
you-
I would have said something. That's why I was quiet.
because the phone rang.
I thought you said Kevin.
No, I said, hey, Keith.
Well, if I'd have known that was Keith, I'd have been like, where are our coffee and our motherfucking mugs at?
He'll. I think he'll be in town next weekend. Yeah, he'll be in town next.
Ladies and gentlemen, Keith is a beautiful brother. Mm-hmm. He's a beautiful brother. I'm gonna tell y'all, he supports us unconditionally,
Yes.
and I love him for that. I love him for that, and he's also full of knowledge, and I listen to him.
Oh man, yeah.
I listen to him.
Man.
I listen to him.
And you know
He's
what?
full of knowledge.
And not only is he our sponsor, he's my friend, man. We've been
Right.
friends. I've been friends with him, gosh, over 25 years.
I just want him to give me. Can I have his car? I just want his car, bro.
Batmobile?
Oh my God, bro! I will take that over a Lambo. Do you hear me? I'll take that car over a Lambo. I ain't gonna say what it is because he's our sponsor. It's a bad move. Woo. You know, put the kiddies to bed. It's about to get freaky. When Keith gets out of his car, the panties get wet. I'm just saying. Gus, is that not instant dampness
Yes.
on the panties? Is that
Yes.
not instant damp? That car
Yes.
is instant wetness.
Yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Man. Whew. I get in trouble if I hit that car.
That's a bad son buck.
It is.
That's a that's
I ain't gonna say what model. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Q&A coffee. Q&A coffee. He's a good brother.
I wouldn't even drive it. I'd just sit behind the wheel.
Right. Hey, if I did drive it, I'd just drive it a short distance and just stand by it. Like,
You know what? you can't even drive it. I mean, these potholes are so bad around here.
Yeah, they are.
Man,
yeah, they are.
now
So-
Florida, oof. Tampa, Clearwater, Lord have mercy.
Clean water, land of the what is that? Florida. What team is that?
Gators,
No, that's not the Gators. That's the other squad.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
No. That's fucked up. We doing the other Florida team so bad right now.
I mean, they got like 15 teams. Them in California, they got man. How the heck they end up with 2 hockey teams? That's what
I
wanna
have
know.
no. It's big enough, I guess. There's enough money.
Oh man,
Shout out to Q&A Coffee.
yes. Shout out.
Love you.
Yes,
Shout out to A&E Signs. If you need a sign, talk to my man Anthony. He got you. He got you.
So we're at the undisclosed location. Like we're gonna be here for a while.
Right. Because I'm gonna have another couple of ships, and then I'm gonna get up out of here.
Right. No, I mean as far as future podcasts.
So you ain't gonna never go on the pontoon with me? Never. It's the Ohio, man. Come on.
The water dirty, man.
You ain't getting in it, player.
I would have a fear of falling in.
I got all the life preservers you need.
You're
You're gonna be the only one on the boat though with a fucking life preserver on. I'm gonna tell you that now. The grown folk don't do that.
That's why I away from the bank. Away from the bank.
I tell you what, one day you and I will just go while it's docked and tied off. We'll just go and sit and smoke. That'll get you comfortable. You sit on it and just smoke.
Last time I was on the Ohio River, good friend of mine, great yoga teacher. Matter of fact, I think she has a class coming up. She actually taught a class on a B&B riverboat. So as the boat's going down the river, we're doing yoga, and dude, it was.
You got on that unsafe motherfucker, but you won't get on the pontoon. Ain't that a bitch?
Well, I believe that boat's like 25 times bigger than.
So it sink faster. It sink faster. Hey, Nick Salsa in the building.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on? I'm good, man. I'm good. And of course, as usual, he comes up smoking a stogie because that's Nick's life. Tequila and stogies.
That's what we do.
Right, right.
Well, I don't do tequila anymore.
You never gonna drink tequila again.
I ain't gonna say never, but it's gonna be a long time, because I'm feeling the benefits of.
I'm about to call you
not.
out. What about? I ain't gonna say that.
I mean,
Because if you was to visit a certain place down south, you might crack a certain bottle. I'm just saying. All right, with that, the Gus and Low Show. The Gus and Low Show brought to you by A&E Signs and Q&A Coffee. We gonna be out. Yeah. I'm gonna let that go play. I'm gonna let that go. That's my man.
We talk about that another topic.
Right, that's my man's. That's my man's.
Yeah.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for listening, for following us. Spread the word if you want to reach out, or if you know the clip that we played before the podcast. If you know the correct answer, hit us up at the Gus and Low Show at gmail.com with the right answer, and we will send you a t-shirt.
Also, if you hit us up at the Gus and Low Show at gmail.com, I need at least 100 people to say they want to see this Gus drunk picture.
Ooh.
And then I will post it on our Facebook page.
Ooh.
At least 100.
Okay, all right.
Come on, 100. Come on, 100. We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, come on.
Appreciate y'all. We are almost
y'all.
at 4,000. We are almost at 4,000. Come on, we need about 100 more people for that. You know what? The 100 people who want to see Gus and drunk, that'll be the 4,000. Come on, do it for us, y'all.
You know what? We need 6,000 more followers.
This boy always reaching for the stars.
Hey, why not? Hey.
Why not? I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. So with that, Gus and Low Show, sponsored by Q&A Coffee and A&E Signs. We are out. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep listening. Subscribe and like.
Yes.
We are out.